Okay. I assume we all know what access to work is. That's brilliant, thank you. If you don't, I'll just explain briefly. It's been set up as part of the DWP and Job Centre Plus, which obviously is part of the DWP. And it was set up to help, excuse me, I just need to settle my dog. Just hoovering the carpet, it'll put somebody out of a job. Okay, yeah, so it was set up to help disabled people to obtain and maintain work. That's how it was set up. That's not how things are currently going, unfortunately. But one thing to stress is it is not a benefit in the traditional sense of the word. It does benefit people, but that's something different. What it actually does is it allows more disabled people to work and therefore contribute to the economy. They are hopefully paying tax and national insurance, so they're contributing to the economy. So it's not a handout, as some people would like to think. Disabled people rely on their support so that they can continue to work. The recent cuts have actually caused job losses and have actually caused people to be demoted. And put that aside, what about all the distress that it's actually caused people as well? Now, I don't know what our brand new Conservative government have got in store for us. None of us do. I heard 12 billion cuts somewhere along the way. So £12 billion of cuts, access to work is definitely going to be in the firing line. Well, they've already made cuts, so God knows what they've got planned. I don't even want to think about it. But it's just something in the pipeline. Now, because people have lost work, they've been forced onto benefits. What have the government done with benefits? They've cut them. So where do we stand? What do we do? If we're having trouble getting work and keeping work, and we go on to benefits and we can't live on them because they've been slashed, what are we supposed to do? I don't suppose the government care, but it's a point that needs addressing, and I don't understand how the government can justify this. Anyway, this motion particularly, we've said that it affects freelancers, and as a musician, I am a freelancer. Many musicians and music educators are freelancers, not all, but many are. And so, this deeply affects us. However, it's important to say here, and I have got my musicians union head on, but it is very important to make a point that not all freelancers are musicians, and I know Equity support this as well, because their motion is very similar. Not all freelancers are actors, dancers, musicians, etc., etc. Some disabled people actually choose to work freelance for many reasons. They can actually choose to work from home, and that means that they don't have to worry about travelling to and from work. So that takes the stress of travelling to and from work away, and also the expense of it. They can choose their own hours, which can fit in with, if people have got health conditions, if people suffer from fatigue, they can choose their own hours to work, and they can choose to take on or as much as little as they feel able. I know, we may sometimes say, well, I've got to work because I need the money, and that definitely happens with me, and I'm sure many other people. But, to the point, you haven't got an employer behind you putting all that stress on you. So a lot of disabled people do choose to work freelance. But, and there's a big but, if you do choose to work freelance, you don't have the support, and I'm talking about emotional support here, of your fellow colleagues and hopefully your employer, because you don't have one, you're on your own. And that can be quite tough, and it can be quite isolating. So there's disadvantages and advantages to working from home. And the main point here is that because of these cuts to access to work, freelancers are now treated as their own employer. So, you go to access to work and you say, I need some help with this, this and this, and I need this equipment, I need support work, or whatever. And they say, okay, right, we're going to do a couple of assessments on you.
What am I calling?
Okay, these assessments cost £400 each. I got two of them, an ergonomic one and a visually impaired one. Most of the recommendations and the reports that were written subsequent to these assessments were actually refused by Access to Work, and they said, your employer would normally have to pay for these, but as you're your employer, you have to pay for them. And as I can't afford to pay for them, and many other people are in my situation, I don't get them. Now, if I had an employer, I could take him to tribunal. Am I going to take myself to tribunal and sue myself for discrimination? I don't think so. That's not going to happen. So you can see where the dilemma lies. So the last thing I want to say really is there is a petition. Have you all heard of 38 Degrees? If not, Google them. They have a petition at the moment, Access to Work petition, about these cuts, because there are more cuts planned, as we mentioned earlier. Please, please go. If you don't know where it is, go and Google it, because you'll easily find it. Go on there, sign the petition. I have signed the petition. Okay, and please lobby your MPs and get these cuts reversed and halted. Please, please support this motion. Thank you.
Thank you.